revendiquer, il fait grève, les gens livrés, les monde c'est la rue à yo peur. Et l'autre pour le faire comprendre, les jouer, les tirer pied, les monde c'est grève de fait yo fait. Non, voyez la caille, moi, les madames, moi, mauvais. Fait 3 jours pas parler. Ça, si on fait bébé, sous moi fait un pili fait. Et mademoiselle connaît ça bien. Des fois, moi, comme ça, moi, dit. Des fois, moi, comme ça, moi, ça continue, elle y fait mal jour dans l'eau. Putain de jour, t'es pas bien. Non, voyez la caille, moi. Les madames, moi, mauvais. L'y fait toujours pas parler. Ça, si on gagne bébé, sous moi, fait un pili fait. Mademoiselle connaît ça bien. Son silence est puissant et même trop puissant. Singlé, lifetime guarantee. Pas trop gros, même fait yo de temps en temps. Bagay ça dit pour moi, bagay ça dit pour moi. Les petits qu'on nous gagne, t'es qui t'en va parler. Les soins les l'atomi, ak pantalon face l'ennemi. Grève ça pour ton bago, ni blanche yo même si en godo. Ni blanche.
Et oui, gardons grève, c'est grève tous les jours, puisque les filles ont des problèmes. Garçons est en grève, puisque rien babaye, rien même. Alors, depuis que ça arrivé, c'est One Touch qui rentre dans le cas là, bien que toujours en retard. 13 minutes en retard, mais c'est One Touch et côté pédagogue, on va parler avec nous. De différents problèmes qu'on a confrontés dans l'affaire fil tax, dans l'aide l'État qu'on a besoin, dans l'assurance, ou bien dans food stamp, ou bien dans l'aide. Et si vous même go pour business, avec nous, encore une fois, c'est Rita et Myrlène. Et tous les deux mesdames au téléphone, moi pour qui m'a avant. Et Myrlène, bonjour.
Good evening, everyone. Tout le monde, comment nous y ça a fait. C'est One Touch qui vient parler avec nous. Et les ma tante nous, cousins, nièces, neveux, amis, qui nous pensons qui besoin choix. Et moi, c'est grand pile monde qui besoin choix, à pile monde qui pas connaît qui tel bagay qui yo te ka fait et puis yo connaît ni et puis y a contacté nous et puis n'a ba plus d'informations.
Good evening. She goes, good evening. Wake up. Good afternoon, everybody. Hoping everybody's doing well. It's been a busy week, but a good week. So thank you for logging in. Please share it. Please call your friend, call your family, tell them that we're on. And, don't be selfish. Share the good news. And we got some good news. We got some good resources that we're going to talk today. So go ahead, like us on Facebook, share us on YouTube, subscribe us on YouTube. Please, thank you very much. And share it. And of course, bring on your questions as we talk. Send your questions. We are here to serve you, to help you out. As we help individuals, we're going to help families and community, society, and the whole nation, the whole world. That's our aim. All right. So, Malik, good evening. Yeah, you up? She's so funny.
Clyde, good afternoon. He has a good hat. Just wanted to
say hi to me today. Love you too. Love all of you guys. Look at him.
I love that hat. He's still wearing that hat. No sharing hat today? Uh-oh. Oh, he's not going to pass that hat today. That's okay. So, love you still. So, you guys, today, in the name of love, we're going to talk about some resources that's out there
in the private sectors. So we know there's a lot of stuff on the government sectors, the $1.9 trillion. We review that. If you need any help with the government, if you have any questions on that stimulus, if you have not gotten your stimulus, because I know they're still in process, let us know. You can call us, make an appointment. We can check it out where it is, and also your taxes too. I know that taxes are a little bit behind.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard a couple of people ask me that question.
Correct, especially those who has children. Especially those who has children, and because they're doing the sum up too. The sum up is where the president asked to give a little bit more credit towards children, and then that monthly too. I think it's going to start, if I'm not correct, July. No, it's not going to start. The month to month, every month in July.
The month start by July.
Yeah, July to December. They're going to give you $300 for anybody that's under 5, and then over 5, it's going to be $250. So parents, make sure you're on board. If you don't get that money, or if you have not gotten the other stimulus because you didn't claim the child, or whatever the situation is, let us know. Even if you are on a welfare, even if you're receiving cash benefit, you want to check on those payments, because you are still eligible for those stimulus checks. So I just want to wrap that around that, taxes being late, the checks are still being sent. If you haven't gotten your check, please call us. We can check it out for you. You come in with the appropriate identification. We can check it, where it is, and then to have an idea of when you're going to get it.
Before you go forward to that point, une question depuis hier qui vient joindre moi. Il y a 2 parents qui divorcent, mais au compte moun, côté ba yo chaque année, yon ka fil l'autre année à l'autre ta capable fil. Alors, il arrive que année ça c'est à des papas. Et nous connaissons que Joe Biden bail yon cash à partir de juillet qu'il t'a parlé là, et que parents capable faire dans 2 parents ça, qui est-ce qui peut le bénéficier, monde qui fait l'année ça ou bien monde qui gagne gadget si monde là.
Okay. They have he have a colleague of him that have 2 married couples, but they are divorced, and the court they have 2 kids. Just one kid. Yeah. They have 1 kid.
But they have to share the tax each year.
They have to share the tax each, like this year is the father, next year is the...
I've seen that.
So who's going to benefit the money?
But the father filled tax with the kids this year.
The father filled the tax this year, but I guess last year was the mother. Which one will
get it? So unfortunately, the mom will get it, because they're going back on last year. Because on last year they're not. It's not as of right now, because tax season is still open.
So are they
2020 tax season is still open, so it's not yet completely. So every stimulus that we gotten so far, including that $1,400, including the money that's coming in for the child, it's going to be counted as of 2019. tax season.
Thank God for this guy because it was scary about it. You don't want the mother go to the court again, blah, 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 blah. You don't want that.
So the mom can keep the money. Yes, it's going in a good hand. So it'll definitely go to the mom. It's not going to come to her.
While Claude is saying that, I'm going to ask you, okay, if someone have a child and she was in a previous relationship with someone and then she let that person file with her kid, but the relationship had
ended,
fell apart, so that was her child, so she took the child back and then she gave the child for another person to file with that child, but that person never got that person filed tax with the child on I think like February
of what year?
February of this year. So when the package was signed to get the $1,400, the person that filed with the child in February did not receive the $1,400. Is it the other person?
Yes,
that received it?
It would be the other person that filed for 2019. Again, they're looking at 2019, not 2020.
So even if the person did file before he signed the package,
right? Even before that, because
IRS before they signed the package. Because if you remember, as soon as he signed it, boom, the checks went out. I think he signed one day, and then at midnight, some people already got their checks. So they're going back. The IRS already got everything set up for them, and then it was just a matter of him doing the last signature that was on his desk.
Because the bill already passed, House, Congress, Senate.
That person will be the person that filed with that child last year will be getting the $300 too, not the person that filed this year.
It's the same scenario.
Yeah.
It's just different people.
Because the bill passed for things from 2019 not 2020.
Exactly.
But how about if someone, I have heard people that tell me that I don't want that money, I want to get it at the end of the year. What are they giving people option to choose? Yes, I want you to give me the money for my kid. No, it's okay, I'll get it at the end. No.
So what's going to happen is, if based on what they want to do, they want to do month to month. That's the regular way. Without asking, because it's something to help out people get out of the poverty, get out of the dilemma, which
the pandemic has brought people into. So it's month to month.
Now, that's the month to month. I think that person is talking about the credit, the child credit that went up. If they don't get it on this year credit, remember the child credit was like what, up to 3,000. Now he went up to 3,600
per each child.
So that credit, if that person doesn't get it this year, he or she can claim it on next year. But the month to month, that's going to be month to month.
But like
there's two things going on here. There's the tax credit and there's the plus. It's called plus benefit.
But you will still get credit for your kid.
You will still.
That's why a lot of people's taking taxes a long time, because those are the people that went onto the loophole. So the people that taxes have not been approved, they're going to see amounts change. They're going to get bigger amounts because they're going to benefit from the $3,600. $3,600.
So for the person that filed the tax, that haven't got the tax yet, that's asking me why
right.
I haven't got the
because of that, because
they refigured, like they said, the people that we have right now, right? It's because it comes from federal, exactly. So because I think some states they already got it. Okay, and they're saying, hold on, since we have these people in the system, let's just give them their money, whoever we did them, because they already get their taxes, they can file it next year to get that credit back.
Okay,
but the month to month is a month to month.
The month to month is a month to
month.
I'm gonna ask you
because it's based on your child. It's not based on your criteria.
So that means
the month to month is for how many months?
Right now, it's from July.
Starts right. The first month will be July, August, September, October, November, December for that 6 months. Right now, but in September, they're supposed to look at that bill again. And by September, they're supposed to see if we're, a lot of people's talking about a fourth stimulus package.
Huh?
I'm looking for.
She's looking forward
to it. Oh, this thing is static.
What about you, Claude? You looking forward to it?
I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a walk.
Exactly. How come this thing is static in my ears? Claude, this thing is static. Like, it's
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it just, when I talk. Just when I talk. It go,
Probably it's too high.
yeah, it's too high. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
ta souhaité tout le monde tande que nous va poser question pour nous que moi gen moun moi changer dans semaine là qui te pose une question de ça que yo fin tax yo pour que jamais jeune fédéral yo a so nous tande que ou casser une nan moun ça qui va joindre 3000 là ou tout là yo ka tout ba ouli so ou pour que joindre ni ou casser une nan moun yo ka fol dans ça. Et tout le monde qui pose une question que si on monte fait la petite yo année ça yo pas jeune $1,400 ça passe non c'est monde qui te fait l'année passée qui still joindre so ba connait moun nan ou venir côté nous venir office là pour numéro moi les moi et puis na mettre appointment na checker pour is there's a way that they can check. Because the person always gonna tell, oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't file with the kid this year. I didn't get it. Like, you know? And
yeah, we can check.
It'll be back and forth.
We can check. They call us, we can check. But the parent has to come in. That parent
the parent of the child.
I have to come in. We can check. I can put the child's information once they bring in. I want to make sure it's going towards the right person.
So we will know if that person did get, because basically you letting me know that person will be the one that will be receiving the $300 for the child.
Yeah,
it will not be the one that you gave this year.
Correct. And you're
arguing with if that person gets that money, all right, you have no legal rights to take it back.
Because when you give, this is why I tell people,
it's not your husband.
Yeah. You should really think about, I mean, if you could not file for yourself, just really think about who really helped you
support that child. If situation comes like that, would they give you your money back regardless?
And that's something that I think that later on people need to stop that, because I believe later on for the kid college, they're gonna need
and plus it's gonna be that social security of the child. It's gonna be audited one of these times. Because they're going to see 1 year's this, 1 year's that, 1 year's this, 1 year's that. And then they're going to audit. Audit means they're going to say, hold on, we need more information.
Okay.
And the information they're going to ask is, why, where's this child really staying? Who is really the parent?
Okay.
Who is that person filing? What's the relationship with that child?
Even though you are mother or father? If the child live to his mom or his father,
if it's the mom and dad, that's fine.
What is?
Some people give it to auntie friends. One time they give to their friends to help them on their tax break. Other times they give it to the friend, and then it comes in dilemma when they don't get that money back.
And when the friend don't.
When the friend don't pay back. But according to the law, you gave that right as a parent. So you cannot take this person to court because he or she didn't give you the $3,000, $4,000.
Yeah, because you was agreed to give it to the kids.
Exactly.
That's true. And that's where I see a lot of people.
I see it too, unfortunately.
For that, like saying that, the person did not give me the money.
Why are people doing that? To give your kids to someone else to fill tax? Why?
Because one, they didn't work. Okay.
And two, there may be someone with a visa, Claude. You don't think about that?
What?
There may be someone that's here, the kid is a U.S. citizen, but they don't have no status.
Mm-hmm. Right, they don't have no status, so they didn't work, so they give it to another kid. They give it to another person. But by law,
I think it's illegal.
It's illegal by law.
Imagine if that parent is collecting
a cash benefit.
It's very illegal.
And then remember, when you collect cash benefit, the government is supporting you. You turn around, you give that social to someone else, that person puts on that's because when you put a child, it asks you, did you support this child more than 50%? Okay? Did this child live with you more than 6 months? you're going to answer yes, but it's not true because that child got supported by the government. So it is illegal. It's very fragile, and it's federal money. So you can get in big trouble. So people not getting cash, please. I seen it. It doesn't, I don't want to say people didn't get caught.
But a lot of people have not gotten caught, but it's illegal to do it.
I'm not going to sit here and give it an example of that because it is illegal.
But if the person don't have no paper, or is going to collect money from federal?
The child. They give to the child.
Because of the child.
They give the child. They don't give the mom cash, but the mom gets it because of the child. The card will be in the mom name because the child is underage. But that benefit is for the child.
But can that affect the mother later on if the mother got married to someone and then that person helping her get a green card?
When she's married.
But it's not her. When she's married, she have to stop taking cash for the child.
Yeah, that's what we spoke last time.
Okay.
Yeah, so she has to stop and then continue on with the petition because if she or he gets married, you can't petition on cash.
So she can, okay.
Yeah, you cannot get or you cannot give people green card or legal status.
But they have a difference. So the same person can take food stamp by example, but he cannot
take cash. Yeah, food stamp is a free ride. Food stamp is a free ride. Food stamp is an easy program. Food stamp it's sustained mostly by the state. So food stamp is good to go. Everybody who qualifies for it, please apply for food stamp because it's there to help us. Exactly. Call us, make us an appointment. It takes us a few minutes to do it, and then in a matter of 2-3 days, you have your card and you have your balance on your card, and we download the app for you.
Yes, we do.
So we check that, make sure you get that good. And plus, like the extra food stamps, those are coming in like ching. Everybody's getting extra food stamp during pandemic.
Wouldn't it be so nice, the same amount of food stamp they give, you see they drop it in your
the cash money?
No, but it's not cash. It would be like if it was like, I give you food stamp, but I also give you that.
That would be nice. Call your boy Biden and let him know what you want, okay? And your girl Harris, and let her know what you think of.
And then they can send it up to Senate. The COPD will say something about it.
But that's how the these programs, we have to keep in mind, these programs
were made to help you out. These programs were made to transitional, and there's a big thing. Some people say DTA because it's so easy to say DTA, but if you really look at the name, it's the department. The whole department is made to transitional assistant. So it's a transitional. It's a temporary thing. It's not a long term. You don't make your home.
Some people stay on it for years.
Yeah, but some people, their lives stay on hold for years.
And some don't. Some do.
Yeah.
Because it's not they're not, if
they stay on it and their life still go,
On the count.
Yeah, so if the life still go, there's something wrong with that picture because something is going on. But you have to keep in mind that it's made up for transitional.
Yes.
So do it the right way.
It's something you need right now.
Yeah.
Another step.
To take it as a step. Another step could
And
be.
also people doesn't know if you
Get food stamp, you can use food stamp and ask them to give you money to go to train, to have something to
Yes,
to work.
yes. Especially with cash. Cash, they give you daycare.
Yes.
As soon as you get a job, as soon as you go to school, daycare.
Yeah.
I mean, for those of us who have children, daycare are very expensive. They can go for $280 for a 5-year-old, and then toddler
Even it can go up to $320 if they have diapers. I know for a fact.
weekly.
Yes.
So
That daycare help is a huge thing.
So they give you the daycare. They put you in school if you want to go to trade school or if you want to go to college, which is 2 years and a half, whatever it is, and it's paid for. And they give you transportation money. They give you a bus pass.
Especially right now.
This is a very good opportunity for single mom. So
To get it.
You can get it and use it to take another step in your life.
To take another step. Look at me. I've done it before.
I'm proud of it. I won't be ashamed. When I had my daughter at 17, I was in high school. We decided, my mom decided and I, that we need this benefit. We went, boom, the social worker from Brockton High
helped me out, and I got it. And they were able to give me daycare while I was in school.
You went to school.
After I graduated high school, even my counselor said, this girl, she cannot drop. We got to help her out. We got to do. So they got me on cash, me and my daughter. Thank God, she's 23 right now. Me and my daughter. I graduated high school, boom, I went to Massasoit. During the Massasoit years, I spent there 3.5, supposed to be 2.5, but because my last year I had to go part-time. They supported me for 2 years. That 24 months when Bill Clinton had signed that. Okay, 24 months, you are on DTA, you have 24 months project, which I love that. Love how this guy did this. 24 months, what are you going to do for 24 months? Took advantage of that 24 months. Automatically, you get the cash benefit for 24 months. You don't have to renew every year, but you have to be on a plan. And my plan was, I'm going to go to school that 24 months, and if by that 24 months I'm not yet graduate, I'm still going to work. I'm still going to look for a part-time job because I want that daycare to continue. Boom, 24 months came. I was still in Massasoit because I went part-time because I needed to get a job. I found a nice job, and I got the job at Brockton neighborhood. Boom. And when I got the job in Dunkin' Donuts, they took their cash, but I had one semester of free schooling. They paid for it. I had in a program named Choices, a Massasoit program, okay, for people that's on DTA. They facilitated. I got free ride for daycare. My daughter, they used to pick her up, and I get a bus pass from my house to bus station to Massasoit, and I done it, and I graduated Massasoit on that. But I use it, like you said, a transitional. And then by the time I was done with Massasoit, okay, I had to pay my fee for daycare because my income went a little.
Now you got an income.
Now I got an income, and I felt proud. I had to pay 30% of my daycare, but which was great. I used to pay $50, $25.
But it was good because I saw the result. But
the bad thing, some people use it because it's a free money. The free money make them lazy. They don't go to school. They don't do nothing, and their life is still on the ground. But you can use that step to go.
And what's right now, they went up a little bit. So cash benefit for one child, what's $400 and a half these days of cash?
Is that money?
And then $400 of, let's say $500 of a food stamp. So you got $1,000
for the month.
For the month.
Is that
what happened is they want to do that. Usually people that stuck on that because they have housing too. They have housing, and housing, the more you make, the more you pay.
Yeah.
So they say, what's the point of me working? Because if I work, I pay more. So they stay on DTA.
But for me, I think
it's all the mindset, where you want to go, what's your goal.
For me, I think the system want black people to stay on the ground, to never go up, to let the place for white people. I think, for me, this is where I take it.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh my God! You really want to talk? You just open up like a can of worms.
Yeah, you just opened the You just opened the
that's why I always tell black people, you have to be taking what you want in your life.
Exactly. And
because they show you, if you stay here, you're not working, you're going to pay. When I have my furniture store, I used to have a furniture store. I have a woman coming to my store. She's living 4-room apartment. She's paying $1 a month.
Yeah.
For her, she's good for her because she have 4 kids, 4 room. She got big food stamp. She think it's a good life, but it's not.
It's not a good life.
No.
And who supports her? support. And
the people, but in that instance, it's the people that have the big corporation that pay taxes, the people, the middle class, the upper class, that's, the white folks are supporting,
these systems, because they're the one that makes more money. They're the one that pays into the system.
That program, they want us to stay in that place, to let them, give them space to go up in their life.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. That is the system. I worked for the system
as a social worker. I worked for it, even on Mass Health itself, even on just any type of program that's public assistance. It's made. I'm sorry to say, but it's the truth. I'm going to be bold enough. It's made for you to fail. It's made for you to stay poor.
Yes.
It's not made for you to go up. Because in my instance,
smart people like you
Yeah.
understand that the
I had to let it go because I got to a certain point. I was making certain money. They said, "Oh, you're gonna lose this. You're gonna lose that." Yes. Did I feel threatened? I'm like, "Oh, because that's my comfort zone." I had the food stamp. That's my comfort zone. I want to get that. And then I really had to think about it. I said,
you know what? This is a trap.
Yep.
It's a trap. They just want to, you make $300, $400, they tell you no. So what they want to do, they want to press you to stay at that level. And I said no.
Here's the point.
And then I was in a social work school too.
I mean, they teach you in school. That's how they do it. The policy and procedures classes, that's how they do it. This is the policy, why they did it, and you can see it there. I mean, no, it's not rocket science. You can see why they did the system. So if you make this much, they'll drop you.
Well, it's easy when you say you pay $1 for 4-bedroom.
It's easy to be tempted.
You say, okay, you know what? I'm good the way I am.
Yeah. If you don't have that inner drive that you want more, that you want that freedom, but it's freedom. Because you see people, they have 4 3-bedroom, but their boyfriend is not living with them. Their husband is not living with them.
Those people, they never have a husband.
I mean, how free are you? Is that worth your conscience?
Well, I said that when I got my fridge store, this is my
Experiences. So there was, they have a program. They always they're going to put people on the shelter. They always purchase mattress for me to go to the shelter. But you see the woman coming with his to his husband.
Yeah.
But he tell you
go on the shelter.
I know. And how do you do that? You can't say nothing, whatever.
That paid me for what I'm doing.
Exactly. Yeah. And I have seen it too. I mean, from working at other agency, I had people going, sit in my office and cry. He or she is going through a lot. Don't have no spouse. Don't have nothing. And then, I go out in the community. It's a different story. And I act like I don't see them because that's your business. If you think
that's your mean. I had people, unfortunately that goes and I help, but when you see them outside, they drive in a car that can buy 20 of your car.
I think so. For me, later on, I'm going to put a show here to educate those people the way they can use those helps to go up in their life because
They need it.
Yeah.
They need it. And that's where the cookie crumbled, because you know why? Because unfortunately the government, especially, I'm not taking no political side here, okay, just to let, but this is the truth. It's the fact, it's the truth. It's the line of my work. I have seen it. The policy that comes under the Democrat, it's a policy that comes to make the poor poor and make the rich rich. Yeah. Because Democrat, they need the poor. If they don't have the poor,
they're going to be elected.
They're not going to be elected. Yeah. They're not going to ask for money. Yeah. They're not going to ask for policy and procedure. If they don't have community like Brockton here, Brockton gets so much money because they're poor people here. Yeah. Why do you think Brockton is a Democrat? It's not so conservative because they're poor. They want you to stay poor because Democrat needs people to stay poor. Because if one community is poor and then the surrounding community is doing so, they can take that poor community, bring it to the big house in Boston, say we need $1 trillion for this community. They'll get it.
Yep.
Because they have people, they have a lot of poor people. In the Senate too, in the House, it's the same thing, majority rules.
That's why the market in houses market in Brooklyn, they're very low because of the poverty.
Of the poverty.
Yeah.
So we look at these things, we look at a community that are not so conservative. Let's say, look at Easton, let's not go far, and look at Brockton. Right next to each other. They touch each other face to face. But you look at Market in Easton, you look at Brockton, way different.
Yeah.
Way different. I mean, when I moved out of Brockton, my insurance, you should see, it went down, my car insurance, like $1,200. All of a sudden, from here to Avon, it dropped like crazy. Imagine that, because why? Because the community, how it's set up, and the poor, you fool them with 1 cup of coffee, stay there, be quiet, we'll give you that cup of coffee every month.
Yeah.
You're all set. They don't want coffee and milk to make it for themselves. They want it all made and make it to you. That is a big problem that we're facing right now. You know?
So with that being said, colored people, immigrant people, get the opportunity that you
can and do something about it. Don't let the system design your future. Don't let the system construct your family or your future. No matter what, I don't care. I mean, politically, I'm not Republic or Democrat.
We're talking the truth.
I'm talking the truth here.
You know, I don't care about either party. I am an American. I'm proud of it, and I'm here to serve anybody. But the truth is that we have to preserve what we have, and we have to take it a good advantage. The things that we have, we've been privileged with. We have a lot of people on housing that are given the opportunity to buy a house. They don't take it.
Yeah.
The housing say, okay, you have your Section 8 for 20 years now. We can help you buy a house. In 5 years, we say good bye-bye to you, but we'll help you.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I want this voucher. I want the Section 8 to give to my kids. No way.
See how things from one generation passes to another generation. That's why you and I were talking in the car. What do you want to leave for your kids?
That's true.
You want to leave, if you had this right here, you want to leave right here for your kids. And then hopefully in prayer, they want to leave right here for your grandkids. You don't want your kids to
Be right on the same level. Because I have seen it. Parents who lived on Section 8, parents who live on public assistance. Unfortunately, their kids grew up in the same thing. And unfortunately, it's our color community.
Yeah.
because of why? Because we've been
always set apart. We've been always said to say, okay, stay
here. Stay here. You be nice. We'll give you your whatever you want, but you stay here and you be nice little boy, little girl. You see a bunch of them, thank God. I mean, I'm not a fan of this guy like Obama. I'm not a fan of his as a president, but as a professional, he broke through. He came from Chicago. But this boy came out of the ghetto. He did it. So did Michelle Obama. I'm not a fan of her neither, but she did her thing. That's something else. But she did her thing. She break barriers.
Oprah is another example.
And those area, what you see every corner, they have a liquor store.
Yeah.
That's true.
They have a corner is a like a
now it's smoke shops everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Recreation.
So that's mean just that's me.
Everywhere by your house. A smoke shop being open, recreation. Hot house, yes.
Recreational, they call it. It's everywhere.
I mean that little thing in the back toward Raymond School. You know about that spot?
You know where it used to be Papagino on North Montella Street?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a recreation. You know where right next to TJ Maxx, right before That's a recreational. That's a pot house. Okay, and down the south side there's another one. So now beside the liquor store, because like you said, you know, you look around every block, you see a liquor store.
Yeah. They have a little store you can buy crackers, chips, and soda. This is the life they want to you.
Yeah. Crack skip. They accept food stamps.
Yeah.
You're all set. You are all set.
You eating, you
Yeah.
smoking, and you drinking. You
You
okay?
stay here. You stay here, and we'll give you a shelter when you want to come and sleep.
We stay here. See, this is where it's very important. I mean, these public assistants, they're there. Again, if you know it, you know, you take a good advantage of it. You be a good model of it, not just for yourself, but for your kids. You know, if you need it, I'm not against it. If you need it, take it. Come on, I'm in the line of it. If you need it, I help people get it all the time. Get it. But do something about it. Beyond that, just don't stay there. And that's why I wanted to talk a little bit, but with the time we kind of went
I
over.
give you just 10 minutes because I take some time on you.
That's okay.
You know, I wanted to talk about private sectors. Private sectors, there's a bunch of help on private sectors. When I say
Private sector is money that companies, that's not non-government companies, that are available to help people out. So a lot of people are scared to get anything from the government. Oh, I don't want anything from the government because they'll come after me and they'll try to get it back. But these companies, especially during the pandemic, we have company like Walmart, a local Walmart here. The employees, they have employee package. They have money for the community all the time. Okay, we have CVS, we have Walgreens, they have grants, they have money available for individuals. I'm not even talking about business-wise. They have it for individuals. You have Stop and Shop, okay? You have Market Basket. They have funds available to help people out. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that too. There's not just the government aspect of it, but there's companies that are doing big things and huge things to give back to their community. Go ahead.
Oh, now you're music, Creole? Let's continue.
because he's the one.
Yes, so,
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
God, it's you.
I just
so we
kept
should
going.
just do it in English. Let's do it in English.
No, that's okay.
This is America, right?
I know, but we're gonna talk after we introduce
Speaking
our
about
English
that,
class.
We're gonna, in the future,
Yes.
coming up, anybody that want to speak English, One Touch have it.
Yep, we're gonna start English class. We're gonna have computer class.
We're
But
gonna
go
have
ahead.
computer class, and I'm getting computer class, and I'm getting English class.
Yep.
In the future, hoping by the winter start, all that will be accomplished. And
I'm hoping by June, July.
you hope, oh, see, she's faster than me. By June,
Yeah, I'm
July,
waiting by
so-
this at the end of this month to check it out where we at as far as COVID.
Okay.
Where we at
na
the
reflechi
color.
ki jan pou nou fè sa, na pou fri anglais, na pou fri computer class, pase jan nou gade bagay la, pil tout bagay nan Amerika vin yon fason koun ya la se technology, so you need to get pou ka kompren technology ya, pou ka kompren computer ya, yè de travay ou pal bezwen, tout bagay se computer, tablet, tout bagay sa ou so pa konnen ni, again, ou pa ka travay, so na pou fri pepla class sa, anglais ensemble avec computer class là n'a fait nous connaître et puis n'a ton nous One Touch.
Yep, sign up because the class is because of the COVID. So right now, if we're gonna do it, it's gonna be even if we're at, you know, we're not at red, we're at orange and lower. It's the cap. It's 10 people. It's 10 per class. So call up if you want to sign up. It's 3-level English class. You know, the first one is very basic, the second one is standard, and the third one is based on just talking verbal. With the third, after you get, you know, you pass the first scare, and then we examine you pass to the another level, we examine you pass to the third level, you only speak English in a class, and this is kind of gets you ready if you want to go to college, or if you want to get your CNA, or if you want to be an LPN, it kind of gives you the baseline of English.
Okay, so I see something that would be really good in my community very badly. They do need it because, like, I have a lot of friends, and I remember when I used to live in New York, and I know they're watching. When I used to live in New York, in my younger age, when we all together, we are eating, it's always our language. I'm always the one that have to say, hey, listen, how you gonna learn it? Like, you gonna call me what this word mean? Come on, like, no.
English.
Today, we talking, I don't care how it come out.
But it's gonna come out.
It's gonna come out, even if I laugh, but I tell them, no,
Yeah.
this is the way, but it's something that we need to stop. Like, okay, we can go on vacation to Haiti and we talk Creole because we go to Haiti.
Right.
But, like, when we get together, they need to stop being afraid to talk, even if the word come out wrong. Correct me.
Right.
But they have this, some people, they say the word bad, they don't want you to correct them, they get upset. But they need to stop that, because this is how you're gonna, we're not in Haiti, you're in America, everywhere you go, it's English. And then this is the thing, like, I see, you know, I work at Brockton Hospital. I see a lot of Caribbean.
No English. You don't know how they got the job.
They don't want to know, like, the patients, like,
really,
you don't.
Yeah,
it's like, I say, you really don't, or you just like feel like
they really don't.
I don't want to do it.
They really
so
don't.
I think the English class is gonna be good for my people, gonna be good for your people too.
Yes.
Because I think it's time for them to, like, not everywhere you go. Sometimes we can't even get the translator.
No, you can't.
You can't get
If you do
like,
get it, they will take like a bazillion years to come through.
So, like, I think that we do need the English class and to educate them that it's okay. Like, even though it's hard, you think you're gonna say the word wrong, still say it wrong. We will correct you and accept that we correct you, and then next time you say it different.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly, because if you need practice, and believe me, we weren't born speaking English, but
unless you came here when you were 2-year-old.
Right, and that's neither the case here. But because of dedication, and I see it in the Haitian community, you guys, I see it more. I want to, I wish I could say this. Hope that I could say this for Cape Verdeans, but I don't. I can't, because it's not true. That you guys are very dedicated to highest standard of education. You guys are very dedicated with just, not just level. Just don't settle. You guys want more and better. Okay, when they come, they work in a factory, they're fine with it. They can work all their life. I see Haitian, they come, they do this, they come 3 months, for 4 months, they working whatever. Boom, the next thing you know, they doing the CNA, or they doing their thing, blah, 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 they're going up. I see that a lot. Like, I have my CNA and LPN too. I don't know if I had told you. But way back when I got my CNA, there was these 2 girls from Haiti. Did I tell you the story?
You told me that story. And you just want to tell the public, but you told me.
They couldn't speak no English. But these 2 girls, they were
so dedicated. They were so dedicated. Even in the beginning, the teachers, kind of evaluate us for the English, and they told the teacher, listen, one had to use a translator, another girl in the class to translate, to say she just got here from Haiti, 8 months. She's been working in a nursing home in the kitchen, but now she wants to do her CNA because they
don't want to stay in the kitchen.
She doesn't want to stay in the kitchen. Exactly. You don't stay there. It's a transitional. You get in the kitchen and then you leave.
Now silence code.
Yeah, it's a transitional. You leave the kitchen and then you go to the office. And then when you go to the office, you go to the nursing station. And then you go to the directed home.
Well, for me, I think you have always to be challenged yourself. Always.
Yeah.
Today you do the phone. Tomorrow you want to do the glass.
Yeah.
Always challenge yourself.
Challenge yourself. Yeah. That's good.
Where were you raised, Claude? Let's see how we talk with Claude.
Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
It's a big experience. So
Now, did you raised with older parents, like very traditional parents, tough parents? They teach you these values?
I learned from my mother, but basically many things I learned from my father, but it was passed away. I was very young, and I started working too when I was 16.
Okay.
When my father passed away, So I used to handle everything.
You have to be the man of the house.
Because
Yeah.
he's a big businessman, so I have to handle everything. Everything. Go to a family reunion school for my daughter,
Yeah.
for my sisters.
Yeah. You had to
So
step
I
it
took
up.
my responsibility when I was 16.
Wow.
to
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I always tell my sons. So now I need to be retired because I've started working very early.
Yeah.
That's right. Me too. I started work at 14. I need to retire.
So I'm going to school, working.
Handle a family at the same time.
Oh. And you did it.
Yeah, and I'm doing it.
Yeah. So there's no excuse.
No. So I always challenge myself.
Yeah.
Always creative to do what best for my family. What I can do to bring money to my house. Always
Wow.
thinking. Always thinking. Even though I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about money. Where I'm getting money. Yes.
One day I'm gonna do an entrepreneurship class. I'm gonna invite you.
Yeah. So I'm on it. Secondly,
Yeah.
last
Week. So I'm feeling sleeping. My body was tired. I'm feeling sleeping,
but I'm thinking about this place.
I have now the radio and I'm opening another business. So
Yeah,
I'm thinking
pretty
about it. But that one, I know what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But the other business, I said, okay, where the money going from? So I have to work for the money. Blah, blah. I'm sleeping, but I'm thinking at the same time.
Yeah. Your mind.
Your body is there, but your
Yeah,
mind is
no.
somewhere else. Yeah. So, unfortunately, I hope.
We had a lot of, especially men, that had the same drive. Because I think as women, yes, we can lead a community, but I think men, especially for generations to come, has a lot of example to show to our
So,
sons.
You know my big experience in my life, when my father passed away, my mother started a very, very little business, like she sell tissue, like to make clothes.
Okay.
Very small.
Yeah.
And after, I can say years, but after 1 or 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
it will be a big
Business.
business.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So you have it on your family.
So,
You have nowhere else to
I
go.
learned
Yes.
how
do you
Yes.
think-
And then that's why
Why it's so important to get your
children involved and to have that environment around them. You know, if you see, because you can see children's talent at a young age. You don't want to stop it. You can see their talent, and sometimes some people take it as a wrong.
That's
Some people,
why too.
but you have to
That's why
encourage
too,
it.
when you have kids too, you have to be an example. So you have to do good thing in the front of your kids because they can learn
Right.
from that.
Not just talk the talk,
Yeah,
but
no.
do the do.
No.
Let them see that they got a role model, because unfortunately, again, we're talking about, black community again. Unfortunately, we see things happen generations to come because the children didn't have a good role models.
That's true.
If you sit down in a project, by example, you got footstep, you got money from, you drinking, eat, your kids will do the same thing too because it's what you should.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
'Cause you're not
There was a big thing on Facebook, especially around Cape Verdean community, where once they started giving the extra food
but
stamps.
you see, if the same kids you have see the life bring you to that community, and you use what you got to take it on the step, your kids too going to do the same thing. If something happen later on.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at my daughter.
Yeah.
Look at my daughter, Rihanna, my oldest daughter. Rihanna, I'm not throwing you out there, but mommy loves you. She became a social worker herself. Not
because of my choice. It was her.
her choice. She was supposed to go to public policy, and then she's supposed to get her business law. She's supposed to go to business international law because she wants to go study in Ireland or Greenland, somewhere where it's cold. 'Cause she loves the cold. But she went to school, and then boom, she said it's just the way that she grew up, the way that she saw the
Because
example, and it pushed her to do that.
She's learned from you.
Yeah.
because you do a good thing in their house, so she's follow you.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, wow, you were a teen mom. Look at your daughter now. She's a college graduate. Yeah. Because we didn't stop. She didn't see me. She didn't see these things that people saw as an obstacle and as an excuse. She saw me, we have to go. We have to do this. We have to do it. Thank God I had my mom and my grandfather who raised me, but we did it. She saw me fighting. And she's 23 now. She's a college graduate. She got married. She bought her and her husband a huge acre. She's a farm girl with 82 acres in Maine. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah. So she has a huge house. She don't have kids right now because I told her no grandkids because I'm still young.
She said she wants to take advantage
of building, that wealth. She wants to build up that farm and blah blah blah, and then sell it. Her and her husband in 3 years, 4 years, and they'll build up a family. But
a lot of in people look at me. How did you do it?
It's just day by day. It's just day by day, a little example that you set up. Soon enough, I'm going to have a medical student, too, which is my other daughter.
Yeah.
She's an AP class,
That's good. But like a foreigner, so is what we need for
right. And please do not use that excuse, lack of English. No way.
You see Eleanor. Yeah. You see her, Eleanor. Yeah. Her English is this big, but she's a fighter.
Yeah.
She's a fighter. She's a gainer.
Mm-hmm.
And she went on a high top of her company.
I know.
But you hear her English. They went to a conference in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
She's a minute you hear her English, you're like, wow,
how did she get there? But because she had that drive, she said English is not an excuse these days.
Mm-hmm.
Where you came from poverty line is not an excuse.
But it's your performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people hear
us loud and clear, okay?
English is not a...
The way she's working, I'm not going to surprise if next year she tell me, Claude, I'm a millionaire what now. So I'm not going to be surprised because she's
this year. I won't be surprised. Because we have to want more. I'm not saying walk all over people, treat people wrong, mistreat,
use people to get up there, but work hard. It doesn't come from a night. There's a great saying that people work all their life for overnight success. But overnight success, everybody sees it. But they've been working all their life.
So you know what I'm always thinking. I was travel. Because my first ex-wife living in Florida. Don't worry, this is my place. I can do whatever I want.
That's right.
Yeah, but my appointments.
Macy, now she's...
now you have So, I always question myself. I said, okay, this guy doesn't read and speak in English. But he's driving from Florida to New York. Or he read the panels.
to turn right.
Was he driving from Florida to go into New York?
Yeah. It's okay. That's where the business is.
That's mean language is not a problem.
It's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, you have to do what you have to do.
You have to do what you have to do.
Now is 2:06.
And keep in mind, people. Keep nice in mind, okay? Keep this in mind, please.
Okay? Keep this in mind, nice and clear, that anything is possible for those who work hard and for those who want more.
If you're working hard, then you will be paid hard too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it says when the rain comes, it comes really hard for those who wait for it.
If the rain comes and you're not there, you're not going to get wet. So you better be out there fighting the fighting. It's easy? No. It's possible? Yes.
Thank you, guys.
C'était un autre jeudi à m'te mêlé dans parole là puisque parole là était intéressant et nous te voulons faire expérience ça tout puisque
Et en pile dans nous-mêmes, les nous venons ici, alors ça nous a dit là, et m'a dit là quelques mots pour nous comprendre, puisque Myrlène, qui c'est traductrice émission ça, elle n'a pas tellement parlé.
You took it over.
Et dans le groupe ethnique, pas nous, que c'est Québécois ou bien latino ou bien haïtien, qui a plus parlé pour haïtien, qui a compris la langue pas maintenant. Il y a un pile programme pour nous. C'est ça que One Touch fait. Il met un pile programme et il aide nous joindre. Mais ça nous a aimé que nous fait avec le programme, c'est prendre opportunité que le programme n'a pas là, nous-mêmes pour nous use pour nous prendre l'autre step dans la vie. L'autre step là qui est lié. Il y a des gens qui viennent dans ça, les DTA, ils disent département transitional assistant. DTA. So, c'est un programme assistance. Li bo manger, li bo kay, peut-être li ka bo cache tout, mais sou get si moun, ça le plus fort joindre ou ka l'école par exemple. On connaît des gens qui soutient dans programme ça, dans programme assistance, qui viennent nurse, qui viennent docteur, qui viennent ingénieur, qui viennent toute bagaille. Nous-mêmes tout dans la communauté haïtienne, que nous connaissons haïtien pas tellement remet sous compte monde parce que haïtien remet l'argent. Mais l'autre groupe ethnique et notamment haïtien tout, c'est pour nous use programme ça yo pour nous arrêter dans la pauvreté parce que programme ça bâti pour monde qui arrêté pauvre. Parce que sous été là quand là on paye pour nous là on a quatre belles chambres pour nous là on a fourniture que toute bagaille. Il pas péter sur le travail, mais pas oublier travail là, c'est vraiment important. Travail là c'est pour te liberté ba ou dans poche. Donc pensez à ça. Et je dis à moi, t'es couvert l'émission, m'te parle en pile, puisque m'te besoin de nous comprendre ce qui a passé dans la communauté et m'te besoin de nous apprendre tout de qui ça pour nous faire la vie. Parce que t'aimes bien, toujours follow idée ou, sans croire, n'importe idée que monte dans tête ou, mettez-le sous papier. Moi, en pile fois, toujours dormir avec un papier ou un plume dans tête moi. Beaucoup n'a téléphone quand levé tout la nuit tout moi vont texte message ba tête moi mais dans le temps moi toujours dormir avec un papier un plume dans tête moi n'importe idée dans tête moi écrit et puis demain matin moi penser avec elle et des idées monter c'est des idées que pas gain futur avec elle mais des idées monter tout c'est vraiment important donc toujours follow idée et l'organe idée qui vient dans tête tout et puis faire idée à faire corps mettez nom là-dedans par exemple moi dit on nous dit par exemple, on prend un exemple puisque nous allons jouer musique. On prend un exemple pour musique.
I think he took over the show.
You done already. So, yeah. So, où tu peux faire un...
Good, he's on fire.
Où tu peux faire un... Alors, I'm tell them.
Yeah.
So, always follow your dreams.
Good.
If you have an idea, take
No,
a pen.
I can see your passion. You were talking about something.
If you have an idea, just take a pen. Just put it down.
Yeah.
Later on, think about it.
Yeah.
If it's good, follow it. If it's not,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work on that one with you before you leave in. So c'est ça nous t'a parlé aujourd'hui là pour capable prendre décision dans vie ou pour faire la vie une belle.
Yeah.
Toute aide que y a bail ici yo bon, mais aide ça yo utiliser yo pour avancer la vie. Donc c'était One Touch c'est 774 946 40 88 puis chita dans One Center Street 4e floor Brockton Massachusetts. Pas oublier la musique.
La musique. Look at this guy. He's even so good.
On devrait avec nous à 4 heures. Dans chita attendez. Bye bye tout le monde.
Faut-il garder la vie mon quotidien? Moi ouais m'était bien. Souris go lève tous les matins, des fois pour toute journée. Et pourtant, mon consenti misérable. Gon vide dans kem, moi manque yon bagage. Moi pour compte la vie, moi pas gen grâce. Moi fier et ma vie les champagne. Parce que moi t'ai livré pour rien. Même si moi tout mentais, je n'ai personne à qui parler. Moi toujours à faire comparaison avec notre relation. Il y a une vraie compilation de tort et de raison. En pile fois, moi t'ai perdu pour me gagner. Mais pour rater à la fin. Pour de la vie, moi pas de grâce. Moi fier et ma vie plus champagne. Parce que moi t'ai livré pour rien. n'ai personne sur qui compter. Aïe, aïe, aïe.
So I'm going to send me all which was taught me, and I want to make you to find out. And when I'm going to see the result, yeah, tomorrow I will see that I will what I will do tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be on the no, I will do something that I okay? Who is that beautiful person? This is my customer. You take my customer.
À la misère en boucan, c'est le qu'on s'est senti là en boucan. Faire semblant que tout va bien et qu'on a besoin de rien. Sourire et cacher sa paix, mentir pour se sentir bien. Quel qu'on a prêché à chagrin, en silence personne.